Thank you very much. Longhorn fans flocking to New Orleans this week, bringing the burnt orange with them to the Big Easy. But nobody's going to be able to compete with the fandom of one man from Austin, and that is not an exaggeration. Chris Davis got the chance to meet him, and he joins us this morning live from New Orleans with his incredible story. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. So this guy is driving down to New Orleans today for tomorrow's game. It's going to be his 39th consecutive UT Bowl game. He tells me that people have been asking him, so, are you going to the Sugar Bowl? He tells them, well, they're playing, aren't they? The details are subtle at first. Burnt orange trim and numbers on a White House. 1, 2, 3 orange vehicles. But once you know what you're looking for,
there's a lot of stuff in this house.
You start to understand what you're walking into.
The first room here is the living room.
Scott Wilson has given this tour before.
Sometimes it's a better tour when I've had 2 or 3 beers, too.
But every season, it means just a little bit more.
I went to my 500 consecutive UT football game home and away in September.
You heard him right. 41 years without missing a single UT football game.
Just loved it from when I was a kid.
You could say he was born into it. September 29th, 1951, UT at Purdue.
The game started at 12:30 in the afternoon, and I was born at 2:30, so I was probably born in the 4th quarter.
Texas won that game, by the way. He went to his first game in 58, graduated UT in 72, and started his streak in 77.
It's the 78 Sun Bowl. I'm young and skinny.
And it's not just football. He's closing in on 1,200 consecutive UT baseball games.
People, they ask me, why do you go every time? I said, well, I don't go do all these fancy vacations like you. I go to ball games.
Volleyball, track, golf. He's followed UT teams to 40 states. Tomorrow will be his 512th football game in a row. He says if he's still able, he'll be there for number 513 next fall.
That's what I've always done for 40 years. You know, I've been there, and I'll be there.
So I asked him, what's the closest he's come to ever missing a game? He told me it was about 10 years ago. He and a friend were driving up to Kansas. Their car got totaled near Fort Worth. That's a real trip killer, unless apparently you're Scott Wilson. They rented a car and kept on driving. I'll send it back to you.
That is incredible commitment right there. Chris, I got to ask you, you're in New Orleans. Where is the closest beignet spot, and what time do they open?
I'm sorry, what? Say that one more time?
Sorry, Chris, I was asking you
where spot. I have not.
10 blocks this way.
Todd, our photographer Todd Bynum, is telling us about 10 blocks this way, and they're open right now. So we're going to go do that, apparently.
As soon as that mic hits the ground. Chris, thank you very much. Enjoy your time in New Orleans. Time now is 6:34.